didn't even get to cross.
What's up, guys? This is What's My Game, and thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and like the videos. It really helps me keep bringing you new content. So I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online. I'm in Deep Crag Den, which is in Deshan or whatever the hell you call it, and we're in the Ebonheart Pact. This is, you don't have to, it's called the search. No, I don't think it's called search and rescue, but once you come in here, you can start a quest. Once you go through that door you see down there and you hang your first right, you'll be able to, well, don't do what that guy next to me just did, but you're able to fall down here onto this boardwalk. And again, that's the door where the boss is going to pop up. So once you beat the boss and you go through that door, you hang your first right and you'll be able to come right to that spot where I fell down onto this boardwalk that I just showed you. The point of this method, this is Infinite XP Autopilot number 2. Okay, this is a variation of it, and a couple of different spots for the Ebonheart Pact, because I didn't cover that in the first video, or this alliance. In this particular instance, you don't have to have an NPC from a quest or a follower from a quest. You know how some quests you get somebody to walk around with you, just like I did in the first video I showed you? This one is nice because you're up out of harm's way, and you're able to just, hold down your trigger, tape it down, rubber band it, whatever the hell you want to do. In PS4's case, it's R2. It's probably the same for Xbox as far as the position. Basically, what happens is every time one of these players touches the egg, it spawns the boss. And normally, when you're not able to be reached by an enemy or a mob, you can't do this technique because, like just happened, unfortunately for the player, his health restored because he wasn't able to get to me. So what happens is their health restores and they run back to the beginning, or where they started at. In this case, though, since these players are much closer in proximity to the enemy, and usually there's several of them like there are now, they don't target you, and you can get your shots in. You can see I just got experience down there at the bottom right hand corner. It flashed up, and you can get some shots on him and then get experience because he won't try to target you. So every once in a great while, I notice maybe, and I showed a couple examples here, maybe once an hour or so, for some odd reason he would target you even though he's so much closer to the other person. But it's few and far between, and either way you're helping the player because you're going to get quite a bit of damage on them. I'm using the restoration staff. I love it because it's constant. And it's just a constant damage that comes down. Whereas the destruction staff, it shoots when you hold it down. It's like the strong attack, and it shoots intermittently. Not intermittently, but it shoots one at a time, and it's a couple seconds in between. So it takes a little while. So if the monsters run out of your range, you might not even get a shot on them. Whereas the resto staff, it's constant, and it's a little bit of damage constantly as opposed to a lot in short bursts. So that's why I like it. Plus, I wanted to level up my staff anyway. You could get down there and position yourself with a sword and do that if you wanted to. But you're really relying on that player to keep you alive when they spawn the monster, and there's no benefit for them to do that. So check that out. This new one is in northeast of Mournhold. It's in Deshan, so just right northeast of Mournhold. You need to get this quest. It's called School Days. You'll need to talk to the Archmage Valen. It's not in a town, so it's northeast of Mournhold. This is in the Ebonheart Pact as well. The first thing you have to do to get this XP glitch or exploit is you have to do what this see and those games see and says. I think it's see and say, where you copy what it says. Or you copy the lights, in order. That's kind of what this is. I screwed up just once, but I was able to get it on the second time. This is sped up 2 times, so it's not too much faster. But you just copy the order that the orbs light up on. Once they light up, it'll have a pattern, and then you go and touch the orbs in the pattern that they did, and the library right below you will open, and that's where you're going to get this NPC so that you can do this this experience XP. I can't talk today. Experience glitch or exploit, because this one you'll be able to use the NPC or follower. So I'm just watching myself do the little puzzle here. It's not hard at all. I'm sure it'll be in a different order from you guys, but I put it in here just in case. Now you go up here and talk to the Archmage, and then it's going to start school days right there. Started school days. And that's the one where you'll come down here, and then this little guy, this Valen's familiar, will come down here and help you. And he's pretty awesome looking. And then what I do is I find myself a corner. I'm not baby, so I can go in the corner. So I go in the corner, and you're just going to do what I've taught you to do. Hold down the R trigger and tape it, rubber band it, whatever you want to do. And your little man here will come to your rescue. In some odd, rare case where one of the mobs or enemies jumps behind you, he'll save you by killing them because he's pretty decently strong. But also he'll help you kill the guys faster, the enemies, so that they don't inflict too much damage on you, and cause you to die. So this NPC is important if you're not like the first example I showed you. You have to have an NPC here, okay, or a follower. And this one just over and over again. This is sped up 4 times, but over and over again, I picked the spot with these 2 scamps because, first of all, there's 2 of them that respawn every time, and it's usually about every 4 or 5 minutes. So there's 2 of them every time, and also they're not like a really hot. They're not like a. They're kind of easier to kill. It's not like a different. I'm trying to think of a different enemy name, but they're just a little bit easier to kill than some of the other enemies in this area. But as long as you're in this whole area, northeast of Mournhold, that dude will stay with you, the familiar. So if you just want to grind it, and grind out some levels, you can do that. But again, this isn't to replace that. This is just to enable you to be able to get experience while you're sleeping or while you're at work, which is freaking awesome. I've had some people complain about it, but I don't know how you can complain about getting experience when you're not normally able to play. You're sleeping. You'll get a level or 2 every time. And yes, it does consume power in your PS4. So if you have parents or you're not paying your own power bill, and you don't mind wasting a couple bucks in power, then do it. Otherwise, don't. So those are the only negatives I've had from the first video I did. But this is a great spot, just like the Experience XP Autopilot number 1 I did. It's the same exact setup. Okay, but this is for the Ebonheart Pact, and this spot happens to be around level 21. I think some of the enemies are level 22. So you can start way below that if you want. I just leveled up right there, okay? That's an example. But once you go more than 6, once you hit 6 levels above the enemy, you'll stop getting experience. There you go. See, there's Mournhold, and it's up here northeast of that. But you can take a boat over there, or you can walk across the water where I was just showing you. This last example is also happens to be an Ebonheart, but it's a different character. It's a sorcerer. Sorcerers are awesome. They can do the NPC experience autopilot anywhere, anytime. Why? Because they can summon familiars. Later in the game, you'll be able to summon 2 familiars. This character is a relatively low level, 8 or 9, so I can only summon 1 right now. But as long as you position yourself right and see that enemy moved me over, but my familiar bailed me out. So this is just like having a familiar from a quest, except you can summon the familiar anytime, and he'll help you, and they will never go away unless they're killed. So as long as you position yourself where you're doing enough damage, the familiar will stay with you for hours. So you can do this without having the NPC glitch. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. You guys are the greatest. Have a fantastic day. See ya!